So it's the 27th of January, February, March, April, May, June. How do you feel? 10 days worth of exhibition. How do you feel?
It's very surreal that everything's over. I feel like 되게 오래 한 것도 it feels like I did it for a long time but also a very short time. 이게 시간이 많이 지난 것 같기도 하고 또 아닌 것 같기도 한데 I think 10 days is very 애매해. It's not like short but it's not long. It's also a week but not 2 weeks. So I think time-wise I think 딱 적당히 사람들 올 사람은 다 오고 공간한테도 이제 다른 사람 줄 때가 된 것 같아서 좀 I think I tried to spend a lot of time in the space. So right now I'm scanning the space. It's this app called Polycam, but I'm trying to make a digital experience for those who couldn't attend the exhibition. For example, the faculty at RISD or my friends at RISD. So I feel like rather than being sad that it's over, I think just finding ways to archive things is really important as artists. So because 이제 요즘에는 technology outlives humans, so I feel like as artists that's the least we could do to save the space. And it's done loading. So it's like this is how I scan the space. If you scan it well, like everything comes up, but like you see like there's like errors in some of the scans. So I was just trying to scan the space, but I've done this like multiple times. It's just like 이게 될 때도 있고 안 될 때도 있는데 Rocky suggested that I scan like each individual piece, so I'm trying to do that before we close today. But as for just 10 days, I think I learned a lot. I met people that, like, the people who did come are people I told to come, but they came with their own will and good intention, so I'm very happy and grateful that I have these real ones around me, these reals. And also, 주변한테 잘해주는 생각도 많이 드는 것 같고. Like I mentioned this before, but I think I've been thinking a lot about how to take care of my personal like art space as well as the people who help me, like Daniel and Rocky. So 오늘 저녁은 내가 샤브샤브 쏘기로 했어. 케이크도 엄마도 사주고 그냥 오늘은 맛있는 먹는 날이라고 보면 돼.
What are some things that you think you'll miss in the future when you look back at these documentaries or look back at photos or memories that you have about this space?
I think the space is just so like 너무 내 스타일인 것 같아. It's not too big, it's not too small. I think I just miss the 분위기 of the space. I think it's something that I really want to do. I kept wanting to do boxes and I kept talking about it. All my Pinterest saves are like boxes and like inspiration. So I think 딱 내 지금 20대 좋아할 만한 전시를 한 것 같아. 그래서 I think in the future, I think I'll look back at this exhibition and still like it. And I think it's a very timeless and interesting space that speaks volume, and because it extends to more interactive elements. So I think as I look back, I think I'll think, oh, like I can't believe I did that when I was like 20. I think I'll just keep using this as a reference point for a lot of my other works and my exhibitions. And this exhibition gave me a lot of confidence because not only did it make me know more about working with other people, but I got to get a lot more professional opinions about my work. So a lot of them were very positive feedback. So I think it made me feel more confident and proud about my work. So I think that I'll just miss being young in the summer of 성수동 with my boyfriend and his friend. Like 그냥 그런 청춘이 있는 것 같아. 그런 로망도 아무래도 있는 것 같고. 근데 나는 지금 I'm doing that right now, so I don't think I'll feel that kind of 보고 싶음이 없을 것 같은데 또 내가 30살 되면 또 이때가 너무 그리울 수도 있을 만한 나이인 것 같아. 그리고 이때 막 풋풋할 때니까.
You think you're gonna watch back on these documentaries?
Yeah, of course. Because it's like, oh, like, I used to think like that when I was 20. Or like, I still think like that when I'm 20. Like, because there's not a lot of times where like, I don't think I'm a very like, I don't like talking to the camera. I think I found it really uncomfortable. But I think because you vlog a lot, I think I got used to it. 근데 그래서 너 vlog 자주 봐. 나도 많이 나오니까. 그래서 나는 나를 별로 그런 내가 사진이 많지. 근데 막 나 얘기하고 내가 영상 찍는 친구가 별로 없으니까 그래도 like you make a lot of memories that like video memories, how I speak, how I act. So I think especially this exhibition, it's a lot of me talking about my thoughts and working. So I think I'll really look back into this and be like, oh, I used to dress like that when I was 20. I used to talk like that when I was 20. I used to like this kind of things when I was 20. So like there's no other evidence but your vlogs for me.
Who are people that you really want to thank?
I really want to thank myself. I think I was so lucky to be born as Erin. But that sounds so like narcissistic. But 그런 게 아니라 나는 나는 모든 게 I feel like everything happens for a reason. So I'm not giving credit to myself, but I'm giving credit to my experiences and the people I met. And I'm very proud that I talked to Rocky on that day when I first met him, and now we're doing an exhibition together. But like on a more serious note, I think I really am grateful to Rocky and how much his patience for me and his generosity and his always willingness to make me feel comfortable and make me want to achieve my vision. And I think that's very hard as someone who's my age, someone who even has more experience but is still my boyfriend. It's like working with someone, I think, is one thing, but working with your partner is another thing. So I think if it had to be anyone, I think I'm so glad that it had to be Rocky. So I'm just grateful to everyone who came. I can't name everyone, but I think it's people that I didn't even expect to come, but they just pulled up. So it might not feel like that deep to them, but 나는 너무 의미가 깊지. 나는 생각도 못한 사람도 오고 하니까. 그래서 I guess they're the real ones. And this exhibition was a test. But even my mom today, she gave me flowers because I was complaining to her that 엄마는 왜 나보다 안 사줘? So she came today on my last day to give me flowers and cake, and she wrote me a letter thanking me for being such a good artist and a good daughter, and she's so proud of me because 엄마는 편지를 별로 안 적는데 she said it's one of the first letters that she wrote as a mom, so I'm very grateful. Yeah, I have nothing but thanks, and I have nothing but me feeling grateful. So it's like 말해 뭐해 to me.
What do you think this exhibition will mean to you?
I think it's just like a highlight. It's like it encapsulates my thoughts as a 20-year-old artist, as a rising third year at RISD. It's like a checkpoint, I guess, of my artistic vision and artistic style and choices that I made, because they're all intentional. It's not something that I just chose on a whim. 그 진건 것 같아. But as much as I could say it means to me, I think it'll mean the most to me when I get older. So right now, I could just say it can mean a lot to me, but it really does. It's like something that it's like 개인 전시는 누구가 하고 싶어서 하는 게 아니니까. 근데 그럴 때는 이제 나한테 쉽게 얻은 게 아니라 그냥 내가 운이 좋았던 것 같아서 이렇게 경험도 별로 없는 사람한테 이렇게 기회 주는 것도 흔하지 않으니까 그냥 it's a checkpoint of where I should learn more, I should try more things and internships, and it's just one of the things that I did when I was 20. The more important things that I did when I was 20.
You know, after you, there's another person that's going to use this space to their own wishes and to their own vision. Do you have any advice for the next coming artist?
I think you should really use the app, the Polycam app. I think archiving spaces is really important. I think as an artist, only things you kind of look back to are your photos and your portfolio. So I think 되게 후회해 이 어플이 내가 몰랐던 게 왜냐면 내가 고등학교 때도 전시회 한 것도 있으니까 그걸 내가 그렇게 찍었으면 좀 더 기억에 나한테 기억이 남지 않았을까 싶어서 I think technology가 너무 I feel like people say AI and everything but I think we should really use it to our benefit and use it to archive things that are important to us and we could share it to other people. Yeah. And just I think I say that I have a lot of 아쉬운 거 근데 후회는 없는 것 같아. 그게 좀 다른 것 같아. 후회는 하고 싶은 건 다 하긴 했어. 근데 이제 더 하고 싶어서 아쉬운 게 있고 더 잘할 수 있었는데 아쉬운 게 있는 거지. 근데 후회는 없는 것 같아. 내 나이에 맞게 잘한 것 같아. 내 성격에 내 경험 따라 내가 제일 최선을 다했던 것 같아서 후회는 없고 그냥 아쉬운 게 좀 더 있는 것 같은 상황인 것 같습니다.
If a very young version of you, like a child version of you, were to walk into this space, and if you told that person, that child, if you told yourself that she is who, that I am who she will become, do you think your younger self will be proud of you?
I think ever since I was young, ever since I was young,
Ever since you were a kid?
Yeah, ever since I was a kid, I did, art wasn't something that was optional for me, and I think that was what made, art was my best friend, I could say. And it wasn't I was lonely or anything. I think art was never a second option. It wasn't something that I did as a hobby. I always took art seriously. So I think I would be proud of myself, but at the same time, I think I would be 야, 그 정도 해야지. 막 그런 느낌이 있는 것 같아. I expected, she would expect me to do that much. But of course, the exhibition isn't something that falls off the sky. It's not an opportunity that falls from the sky. So I think I am pretty young. She is pretty young when she's doing an exhibition. 그런 생각도 할 것 같고. But I think she will just be proud of how maturely I use the space. And I think 뻔하지 않은 게 좋은 것 같아. 그리고 there was my art student's kid. She was 10 years old. She came in. She also really liked the space, so I think I would have the same reaction because I feel like all kids are kind of the same.
Last question. You've met so many people, you've gone through so many experiences, you've gone through really ecstatic moments and really, tiring moments. What kind of inspiration or life do you think you've felt throughout the 10 days?
Inspirational
Or life?
Life.
Because personally for me, if people come here and they feel inspired and they feel like, wow, like I want to do something, I want to dream, I want to attempt to achieve what I want to achieve. It gives me almost like a surreal or a very profound feeling of thankfulness and 감동 that I could provide inspiration, and thus them feeling a certain type of way, them talking to me a certain type of way gives me so much life.
I feel like that most of the people that visited me this exhibition are people that seen me when I was younger. So for example, my teachers, my parents' friends, my high school friends. 이게 나한테 전시회 보는 느낌이 와 너무 잘했다가 당연히 있지만 많이 컸다는 소리를 더 많이 들었던 것 같아서 I think that means I'm doing a pretty good job. That means I guess I haven't changed. I guess I just grew up and extended these ideas that I always had when I was a kid. So I think I'm very grateful that people think I've grown rather than changed or done something different. It's like, 예린이니까 그냥 뭐 예린이 작업을 했네라고 볼 수 있는 게 너무 내가 계속 잘해와서 그런 생각하지 않을까 싶어서 그냥 이게 사람 관계도 of course you see the other person, but I think you get to see yourself a lot from other people. You get to see how much you've grown through other people because they tell you how much you've grown. You could feel your relationship being different because you grew a lot, because that's like it's like a relationship, friend or whatever isn't always just you, it's the other person as well. And I think there's always reflections, there's also always bits and pieces you feel because you're interacting with someone. And I think I've through that and through meeting different people from my life up to this time, I think it made me realize that I've changed a lot and that I've grown a lot as an artist. And at the same time, it makes me I don't know, I feel like it makes me think, like honestly I didn't think a lot of people show up to my exhibition. like 기대를 아예 안 했는데 기대를 안 하면 이렇게 사람 찾아오는 것도 너무 고마운 것 같고. Yeah, I think I'm just very grateful. I just didn't expect a lot of people to come, and so many people came and gave me insight. I feel like I really wanted like 모르는 사람 to react to my work, because I think most of the time like 아는 사람이면 다 잘했다고 하니까 그래서 그냥 모르는 사람이 반응해주면 그게 좀 더 objective 반응이지 않을까 해서 I really want to interact with the stranger. And the first and last interaction I got was a very good interaction. She seemed to really like it a lot, and it made me more confident and more. I felt very proud as an artist who's been in this space for 10 days. But I was about to say something else. I think I'm trying to say like never. I think I'm so used to like working by myself. I think that's why I think teamwork is very important for artists. But at RISD, I think most of the time, because I'm making my book myself, I'm designing by myself. I think as much as it is easy, I think working with so much different people gives you a lot of insight socially, and you get to see yourself through other people. And I think that made me realize what kind of person I am. Like 혼자 일하면 잘 모르니까 그냥 like especially from Rocky, I got to realize like, oh, I'm this kind of person, I'm this kind of artist, I'm good at these things, oh, I might not be good at these things. And 이런 경험도 I think is a privilege. I think having these experiences, having these even negative emotions and tired moments, I think I've never even imagined myself to doing this. Like if I told myself 1 year ago I was going to do an exhibition with my boyfriend, I think I'll be like, what the heck? But I think this in itself is a privilege, and I don't think I would ever take it for granted. So I take every emotion from this exhibition as a point of my growth, and I want to learn a lot. And I was like, to Rocky, I was like, I found it difficult to work with people that you're more close to, but I think 그런 것, like as much as it's tiring, I think 좋은 것도 너무 많은 것 같아. 근데 그걸 내가 너무 못 본 것 같아서 그런 아쉬움도 있고, 이게 편한 사람이랑도 일하는 게 말도 잘 통하기도 하고 배우는 게 더 많고, because they actually care for you. It's not like a business relationship where it's done there and it's over. It's like Rocky really cares for you. Rocky cares about my ideas. Rocky cares about my vision. So it feels like this exhibition is more a gift from Rocky to me, and as well as it feels more curated to me, and it feels more, I guess, I feel like Rocky is very generous to me, and I guess he was very gentle, and he treated my work very delicately, so I was able to have such positive experiences, and I wish I could have focused more on that in the future as well.
Oh, we forgot to talk to 3 random strangers.
Oh no! It's okay.
Okay.
I was kind of scared.
울어?
아니, 저
Say bye-bye. See you later.
see you next winter.
Oh my god, I'm so excited for this Oxxy exhibition. I heard it's Erin Min. She's so pretty. Oh! Nice to meet you. Could you tell us a little bit about your exhibition?
My name is Erin, and I'm one of Oxxy's friends, and this is my exhibition. Exhibition. So, if we first step into the space, there is this filter, and these are my books.
Wow.
Yes.
What does this filter mean? Tomato filter?
The reason why I coded this filter was, first of all, you can see the space and you can take a photo of it, but it's also very quirky, and I guess it exceeds age ranges where everyone likes a fun interactive filter. This is the book I designed. This is the brochure that people could look at. And it just has a very consistent theme, and you can see each of the pieces here. if you go into the space, this is the line where you kind of walk over and take off your shoes. This idea of taking off your shoes is also very important because everything is intentional, where this idea of taking off your shoes is the meaning of leaving something behind and being vulnerable. And usually in Korean culture, you kind of take off your shoes to go in someone's home, and it's considered rude if you don't. So this is kind of an act of leaving something behind and letting something go and feeling more vulnerable in someone's personal space. So if you look at the space, a lot of movement, and I found this projection very important because it ties the whole exhibition together, where you could see these boxes and its silhouette, and it feels like you're kind of looking at a cityscape, and it makes the space feel bigger than it actually is, and I think it's very important where there's this idea of manipulating the space. As for the boxes, you can see that there's a lot of varying sizes and a lot of numbers of boxes, but you can see as each tower represents one piece. So if you look at the ground as well, there's these numbers that count all the way to number 5, which symbolizes that each piece has this idea of connection and consistency, where it's all my ideas and growth. There's no specific order, but if you had to go from the first piece, is this piece called Mine is Better Than Yours, and it's these 3 boxes that represents my house, my bed, and my room, and it advocates for this idea of that my bed is better than yours, my house is better than yours, my room is better than yours because it is quiet. And I created this piece at RISD where the piece was advocating for something, and I was advocating for my enjoyment of my own things. And I feel like people don't really advocate their house or their bed or anything, so it was a very playful and meaningful piece that I wanted to bring to Korea. And I feel like it's also hard, and I guess it's very trendy, and a lot of people could see this as stickers or like on a shirt, and it really spoke to my diversity as a graphic designer. As an extension of the piece, this is also a piece that advocates silence, and it's called I Love You Silence. The piece was usually a poster, but I manipulated it again to fit these boxes, and you can see these different gradient shapes, and this specific color gives off very calm and ambient feeling. It's also, the text is very, it's not on the visible side because you have to kind of take your time to look at it and make your eye feel easy to look at the text. And I think this more slow and bigger, it's on the bigger side. So I guess it's a more slow and more piece that takes a lot of time. And it's also the idea that I really liked silence because you could see more things when you're quiet. So I guess for me, looking at the text and reading text is this thing where when you look very still, you could see the piece and the text well. This piece here was actually the only piece that I got from high school. It's a carving piece where I carved lino and pasted it on different surfaces like Korean garbage bags, a lot of Korean newsprint, and it's about this very universal Korean stamp called "참잘했어요," which it means "good job" in Korean. But a lot of students in Korean traditional schools get it when they got a test, like 100% on their test, or it's just very commonly seen. It's seen as a very iconic stamp in Korean culture, and I just want to use my own twist to it, which I changed the boy and girl to two girls, where a lot of people think it's me and my sister, but I kind of leave it up to interpretation. And instead of putting 참 잘했어요, which is a more formal way of expression, I want to put a more informal and easy to approach expression, which is 참 잘했어. It seems more intimate. It seems more like I would say it. And a lot of people and a lot of age ranges like this because it speaks like everyone knows the sticker. My mom's age also knows this sticker, and I guess a lot of people like this because it is nostalgic, and I want to provoke a lot of nostalgia. This piece used to be a website. The title is Things That Help Me Sleep a Little Better, Evidence That I'm So Loved, a Library of Gratitude. It was a website that I started in university coding class. It was my first coding project, but I liked it so much because it's a very simple idea where usually things that you think about when you can't sleep or want to sleep a little better are things that make you very happy. So I used the iPhone sticker feature, which cuts out all these items and shapes, and I pasted these as a grid. And it's only things that I guess are personal to me, but speaks a lot of value to people who know me, and people who also don't know me, I guess they can relate to some parts because we are all from the same place somehow. So I guess it's a very personal piece to me, and it is the piece that grew a lot of attention because it's the piece that a lot of people look at first, and they kind of walk around and they're like, oh, I know this or I know that. And I think that part of interactivity is what I really was trying to strive for this exhibition. This last piece is called My YNHD, which stands for Yeoningdong. It's where I grew up and went to school, and I really like the urban and rural in-betweenness of the city, and the neighborhood itself is very filled with a lot of mix of low-rise apartments and a lot of nature. And it just reminds me of home. It's where I went to Art Hagwon, it's where I went to school, it's where I met my friends, and it draws a lot of memories. And I want to create this photo magazine and to create this appreciation of this neighborhood. And it used to be a magazine, but I thought looking at one magazine is really hard for multiple people, so I just used my favorite spreads to exhibit this magazine as a more interactive experience for people. It gives a different experience than looking at a book, I think, and it is also part of my personal work because it is the neighborhood that I grew the most fondly over. It is also something that a lot of people, a lot of my teachers and a lot of my friends are familiar with because they also went to my school, and it was a very fun experience for them to look at the neighborhood in a different way. As for the floor, if you look at the floor, as I mentioned earlier, everything is kind of connected. What I really liked about this floor is that everyone, I guess, doesn't really pay attention to the floor a lot, but I think the floor in itself is such a large space that manipulating it gives a very different, I guess, environment. And just changing the floor changes the space so much. And that's why I really want to do something with the floor. And it's not really flat, it's more of a very textured and bedsheet-like texture. So I guess you can see it as my personal bed, or something that you could feel the ground and the hardness of the floor, the texture of the floor, texture of the cloth. And if you see the lights, it also represents more moody and warm tone lights that make the space more cozy, ambient, and I guess nostalgic in a way. It seems more personal, and I think people they grow more fond to it because it is so easy to look at and easy to digest. As for the music, this is the playlist that I curated. Mostly, these are songs that I listen to when I work, as well as just songs that I thought matched the space. And it's really important for me to also manipulate the most I can